Alright, so I've written a little program to show you what it does here. It just draws some zigzags across the screen, and it draws 12 zigzags, and then it comes up and just goes off the screen. So let's just have a quick look at the code. So as you can see, I'm setting the tortoise at 1515, which is the upper left-hand corner and facing to the right. Show the tortoise, set the speed to the fastest speed, and then I repeat this 12 times. So I move across to the right 75, I turn 135 degrees to the right, then I move 50 back down towards the bottom left-hand corner, and then I turn left 135 degrees, and I just repeat that over and over again. So as you can see, I'm repeating these 4 lines. So you know from your experience that VB.NET executes 1 line of code at a time from top to the bottom. So I've got this repeating 12 times, and as you can see, the code is already quite long. It's 96 lines of code, and it's only repeating those things, 12 times. What happens if I want to repeat this 100 times, or 500 times, or 1,000 times? Right, my code's going to get really, really long. So basically, all this is doing is reiterating the code. This is what's known as iteration, basically, repetition. So we've got a construct, though, that can actually repeat this for us as many times as we like, and it's called a for loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first off, because I've found that this code is repeating over and over again, the first thing I'm going to do is actually get rid of the code that's redundant, that's repeating over and over again. And I've realized that, well, I only really need to repeat this over and over again a few times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the code that's repeating, and I'm going to put it in a for loop. So in this case, I'm going to say for counter equals 1 to, I'm just going to do it 4 times for now so we can have a quick look. And I'm going to go down to the bottom of the code that I want to repeat, and I'm going to type in the next counter. And then Visual Basic is going to automatically format this for me. So you'll notice that all this stuff here is indented, and this signifies that it's inside the for loop, and that's what's going to actually repeat over and over again. Now this counter thing, you'll notice, is at the top and the bottom. So this is declaring I need a counter that's going to count how many times the code inside the loop is repeated. And in this case, I'm going to repeat it 4 times. So what it's going to do is this code is, again, it's going to go from top to bottom. It's going to enter this loop. It's going to execute this 1 time, set the counter equal to 1. When it gets to the bottom, counter becomes 2. And because 2 is less than 4, it's still going to repeat this, and it becomes 3, and 3 is still not 4, so it's going to repeat it, and it's going to become, counter is going to become 4, and so on and so forth, until the counter is no longer less than or equal to 4. So as you can see, it will repeat it 4 times, and then jump out and repeat, jump out, and then go on and execute the code that's on the bottom. So as soon as it no longer needs to execute this code, it continues on executing code top to bottom. Okay, but in this case, we decided that we wanted to repeat it 12 times. So I'm just going to put a 12 in there, and this should now produce the exact same pattern that we saw before. There it is. Top to bottom zigzags, and then disappear off the top of the screen. Right, so now it doesn't matter what I use, what variable name I use for the counter. Some people like to use I, which is short for index, and again, it will produce the exact same thing. All you have to do is make sure that the variable that you declare to count for you in the for loop is the same at the top and the bottom. Alright, see if you can adapt your simple square program to repeat your code 4 times. So knock out the repetition, and remember to copy and paste your code into your OneNote. Go.